They told you more is better, more friends, more likes, more attention, more options, more choices, more people to dot. Please, more goals to chase, more things to own, more boxes to tick. And in that blind chase you dot. Lost the one thing that ever mattered the most, yourself. Because in the noise of more, you forgot the dot. Power of one dream, one purpose, one voice, one decision, one path, one person who actually gives a damn dot. And that person is you. I've lived through crowds that didn't know my name. I've smiled through rooms, dot, that wanted everything, but my soul I've won battles where I was the only one clapping at the end. And trust me, when I say this, one is not lonely, one is legendary, one is power that doesn't dilute. One is presence that doesn't disappear. One is not less, it is focus. It is fierce, it is the reason your name will be remembered long after the noise fades. Because the world may worship more, but dot, it is always the one who dares to stand alone, who leaves a mark that never fades. I remember the first time I arrived in a new city alone, suitcase in hand, heart racing, no entourage, no familiar bridge, me in 1,000 unknown streets. In that moment, I understood something profound. Having one courage, one belief, one chance to prove yourself means everything. You don't need 100 voices shouting your name. You need a single voice inside you saying, Kai will rise. So too often, we chase more friends on social media, more followers, more achievements, more applause. We build our identity from the noise around us, never pausing to listen to the quiet conviction inside. But that inner whisper, that unwavering sense of purpose, is the one that carries you forward when the spotlight dims. Because when you have one unwavering conviction, it outshines 1,000 doubts. When I stepped onto the stage for my first international audition, I had no mentor by my side. Just my voice and my story. People told me I needed more training, more connections, more certifications. But deep down, I knew I had one thing. They couldn't give me authenticity. So I walked in with my heart on my sleeve, lifted my chin, and I owned that moment. That single choice to be myself opened doors that more credentials never could. In life, there will always be people who measure worth by quantity. They count the zeros in your bank account, the hours on your resume, the likes on your post. But here's the truth. It's not the numbers that define you, it's the significance of what you choose to keep. One loyal friend who holds your hand when the storm hits is more valuable than 100 acquaintances who vanish at the first gust of wind. One act of kindness can change the trajectory of someone's entire life, while 100 half-hearted gestures go unnoticed. I want you to pause right now and identify the one person you admire above all, the one whose presence makes you feel strong, seen, and capable. That person might be you, because before you look outward for validation, look inward for the single spark that ignites your purpose. Nourish that spark. Protect it. Let it guide every decision you make. When you focus on the one thing that matters, your unique gift. To create dribbles, the note tile you distractions can drown. One song that touches a heart can inspire 1,000,000 souls to sing. One invention can transform an entire industry. One voice speaking truth to power. Never underestimate the power of the solitary act fueled by passion. So today, choose to honor the one dream that keeps you awake at night, the one promise you made to yourself, the one boundary you refuse to cross. Let your life be built on that singular commitment. Because when you prioritize the one over the many, you step into a realm of clarity, courage, and conviction, qualities that no quantity of stuff can ever buy. Stand tall, knowing that one person with unwavering purpose is unstoppable. In a world overflowing with options, simplify. Zero in on the one that resonates with your soul. Trust that it's more than enough because one is always. And today you are that one. You see, the world doesn't celebrate silence. It praises the noise. It doesn't teach you how to stand alone. It tells you to blend in, to be liked, to be shared, to be followed. But here's the thing. They don't say out loud. The most powerful people in the world didn't follow the crowd. They followed one vision, one relentless mission. And that's why they stood out. Not because they did everything, but because they did one thing better than anyone else ever could. When I was starting out, there were so many things I could have done. Singing, acting, writing, producing. I was tempted to say yes to everything. People around me told me that versatility is power. But I realized early that versatility without clarity is chaos. So I chose one direction, one goal, and I poured everything I had into that. It wasn't the easy way, but it was the only way I'd ever get to leave a legacy. Not just have to make one decision, one discipline, one devotion. That's what transformed my journey, and that's what will transform yours. People often confuse the more with success. They think being everywhere means they're progressing. But true power doesn't scatter. It's the beam of a laser, not the blur of a flashlight, that cuts through the impossible. There is elegance in simplicity. There is magic in minimalism. One truth embraced with your whole being carries more weight than 1,000 opinions floating in confusion. When you chase too many things, you run out of energy. But when you chase the right one thing, you build momentum. And with momentum, you don't just move, you rise. Think about it. One story well told can change hearts. One speech can start a revolution. One mentor can shape a destiny. One yes can rewrite your entire life. But you have to be bold enough to say no blow to the rest. That's where most people struggle. They fear that letting go of more will make them seem less. But real strength lies in restraint, in knowing exactly who you are and what you stand for, in walking away from everything that dilutes your purpose. I want you to remember this. Life isn't about collecting experiences. It's about choosing the right ones. You don't need to be liked by everyone. You need to be remembered by someone. One relationship that lifts you higher is worth more than 10 that drain you. One project that sets your soul on fire is worth more than 100 that leave you cold. One moment of truth worth more than... When you realize that, you stop competing and start creating. You stop comparing and start becoming. You stop proving and start living. One step taken in the right direction, even if no one's watching, is better than 100 steps in the wrong one with all eyes on you. So be bold enough to be the one. The one who chooses depth over width, focus over frenzy, substance over sparkle. Because in a world obsessed with more, the one who masters the power of less always stands tallest. Always. And when your time comes, when your name echoes in a room long after you've left, it won't be because you did everything. It'll be because you did the one thing so unapologetically, so completely, so powerfully that the world couldn't look away. That's the power of one. That's the future you deserve. Keep building it. One brick, one battle, one beautiful, brilliant moment at a time. You already felt the pull of more, like gravity, tugging at your energy and scattering your focus. But imagine a life where your every moment is invested in that single, electrifying pursuit, the one idea that lights up your soul and sets your heartbeat racing. That's the promise of choosing one over more. It's a promise of clarity, of unwavering purpose, and of unstoppable momentum. Think back to a time when you were at your best, when you felt fully alive and unstoppable. It probably wasn't when you had 1,000 things on your to-do list. It was when you were immersed in one task, one conversation, one creative flow. Maybe it was writing a poem that poured straight from your heart, rehearsing a dance move until it became second nature, or speaking your truth to someone who needed to hear it. In those moments, the world around you blurred, and you discovered the transcendent power of being completely present in the one. This isn't about settling for less, about unlocking more joy, more depth, more impact. When you pour your passion into a single project, relationship, or goal, you build a foundation of excellence that can support everything else. A single idea, nurtured with discipline and dedication, grows into a movement. A single voice, amplified with authenticity, resonates across continents. A single act of courage inspires millions to follow suit. I know it isn't easy to say no. You'll face voices, sometimes from within, that warn you the world will pass you by if you don't juggle every opportunity. You will feel the itch of FOMO, the fear that if you don't grab every shiny distraction, you'll miss out. But every yes you give to something that isn't your one dilutes the power of your focus. It churns your energy into 1,000 directions where nothing ever gains momentum. Instead, practice the art of powerful refusal, a crisp, confident no that protects your potential like a warrior guards her heart. Ask yourself today, what is the one thing that, if you committed to it fully, would transform your life? It could be a passion project you keep shelving, a relationship you're too busy to nurture, or a dream you dismissed as not practical. Whatever it is, treat it as your North Star. Align every choice, every hour, every ounce of your will with that guiding light. When you do, you'll find doors opening that you never even knew existed. Paths forging themselves under your feet. And that is warish, pling momato. And here's the secret. This approach doesn't just elevate you, it empowers those around you. When people see you living with singular purpose, they feel permission to do the same. They stop measuring success by quantity and start recognizing the power of depth. You become a beacon, a living example of what it means to live intentionally, courageously, and unapologetically. So embrace the one, honor it with your unwavering best. Let every step you take be guided by this single commitment. And watch how quickly your life transforms from a scattered burst of sparks into a blazing, focused flame. You were never meant to be a collection of half-lived ambitions. You were born to ignite one extraordinary legacy. Choose one, commit fiercely, right? Because when you honor the power of one, you discover what it truly means to live more than enough. When you commit to the power of one, you also commit to resilience, the ability to rise from setbacks stronger than before. There will be days when the world tests you. There will be moments when doubt seeps into your mind, whispering that perhaps you chose the wrong path, that maybe you need more to feel secure. But true strength emerges when you lean into that single focus and let it carry you through the storm. And I've faced rejection more times than I can count. Auditions where they said I wasn't right. Meetings where they didn't see my potential. Opportunities that slipped away in an instant. Each no felt like a reminder that I didn't have enough talent, enough connections, enough luck. But every time I fell, I got back up with one mantra, one purpose, one dream, one relentless belief that this single spark inside me was worth fighting for. In those moments of struggle, I learned to sharpen my vision, stopped asking for more validation, and I traded the need for constant reassurance for an unwavering commitment to my one goal. And you can do the same. When adversity strikes, remember that your power lies in your focus. Instead of scattering your energy chasing new options, channel your strength back into that one pursuit that ignited your passion in the first place. Let your failures be fuel. Let each setback refine your strategy. Use every obstacle as an opportunity to deepen your dedication to the one thing that truly matters. Because when you concentrate your efforts, you develop an unbreakable momentum. You become impervious to distraction and unstoppable in your progress. Imagine your journey as a river carving a canyon through solid rock. It doesn't flood every valley or spread itself thin across a vast plain. It funnels with precision, and over time, that steady, singular focus cuts through the impossible. That river is you. Your purpose is the current, and no matter how many rocks lie in your path, you will carve your way forward when you harness the power of one. This path may feel lonely at times. You might watch peers accumulating certifications, building large followings, or chasing multiple ventures. You may wonder if you're missing out by not doing more. But remember, a solitary tree that grows straight and tall withstands storms better than a forest of saplings tangled together. Allows you to grow deep roots, anchoring you to your vision so you can weather every gale and every gust of doubt. Your journey also inspires. When people witness your unwavering commitment, they see what's possible. When you embrace one purpose wholeheartedly, you become a guidepost, reminding them that success isn't measured by how many things you juggle, but by how deeply you master that one craft, that one calling, that one mission. So nurture your focus like a sacred flame. Fuel it with your passion. Protect it from the winds of distraction. Celebrate every small victory along the way. Each milestone, each lesson learned, each moment of clarity. Because these are the building blocks of greatness. As you move forward, carry this truth with you. One life lived with intention is more impactful than 100 lived on autopilot. One leader who dedicates herself to her vision uplifts entire communities. One decision to stay true to your purpose sparks transformations in ways you can't yet imagine. Embrace the challenges, honor the process, and keep returning to that singular point of light within you. It will guide you through the darkest nights and lead you to heights you never dreamed possible. Your legacy won't be defined by the quantity of your achievement, but by the depth of your devotion to the one thing that sets your soul on fire. Stand tall, stand focused, and stand unwavering, because you are proof that one is always better than more. Wait, now you stand at the threshold of your greatest achievement yet, armed with the insight that one purpose eclipses every fragment of distraction, pressing for your attention. You feel the exhilaration of clarity coursing through your veins as you step forward into a future sculpted by your singular choice. This isn't the end. It's the beginning of the most intentional chapter of your life. Take a moment to honor how far you've come. Recall every challenge you overcame by refusing to dilute your focus. Remember the late nights when you chose practice over pleasure, the mornings when your single vision outshone every tempting detour. Each sacrifice forged your character and refined your craft. And now those moments converge into a reservoir of power you can draw on whenever doubt emerges. From this moment, you are not defined by the noise of the world, but by the presence of your one mission. Let your purpose be the compass that guides you through every decision. When an opportunity appears that aligns with your North Star, embrace it with unwavering commitment. When something tempting but irrelevant crosses your path, with the courage to say no and preserve your energy for the pursuits that truly matter. Build your days around the core of your passion. Create rituals that reinforce your dedication. Whether it's writing a page at dawn, rehearsing a verse at dusk, or dedicating an hour. Each evening to sharpen your skills, let every action be a tribute to that one thing. Consistency is your greatest ally. By showing up for your purpose day after day, you plant seeds of greatness that grow into lasting impact. You are not alone on this journey. Seek out the one mentor who can elevate your perspective, the one community that supports your vision, the one ally who holds you accountable when you falter. Surrounding yourself with curated support deepens your resolve and reminds you of the significance of your singular quest. Quality over quantity, always. Celebrate the milestones you reach, no matter how small. Each moment of the body of focus. Record your wins in a journal. Share them with the one person who believes in you. Or simply sit in stillness and absorb the pride of your accomplishment. These celebrations fuel your momentum and reinforce the truth that one well-nurtured goal can transform your world. Anticipate the inevitable storms, days when progress stalls, when obstacles loom, when the temptation to scatter your efforts resurfaces. In those moments, return to your foundational truth. You chose this path because it resonates with your soul. Feel the pulse of purpose in your chest and let it drown out the cacophony of doubt. One breath, one beat, one unwavering commitment is enough to carry you through the darkest hours. Imagine the legacy you will leave behind. A legacy not measured by the volume of tasks completed, but by the depth of your devotion. You will be remembered as the one who dared to focus when others spread themselves thin. The one who embodied excellence by honing one craft. The one who inspired countless others to honor their own truth. So take this vow now and let it echo in every corner of your existence and pursue it with relentless passion. I will guard my focus as fiercely as a warrior protects her sword. I will let my singular dedication illuminate the world with its radiance. And when I look back on my journey, I will smile, knowing that one was always better than more. Stand tall, bold, and unwavering, because you are the embodiment of the power of one. Your focused life will ripple through generations is proof that greatness lies not in abundance, but in the courage to choose and conquer with absolute intent.